Well, hello, welcome to episode 14, I think, of Gilganos playing Dawntrail. I finally remembered what the soundtrack reminds me of. The Sound of Silence. Just a little bit, but yeah, whatever. Last time we ran about Shaloni, and we rooted out some corruption in the local Dustwatch police force, right? And that's it. Yeah, that's what we did last time. Anywho, on to the next adventure. The railroad is gonna take us somewhere, according to Aaronville, and oh yeah, to his home village, right? Yeah, that's where we want to go. Yeah, right. So yeah, that's where we want to go. I don't think I have anything else to say. So yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, right. We got back Namika's bracelet that you got from Vuklamat. Right. Welcome back. I'm glad to hear this bandits got what they deserved. They were understandably worried, but I've told them of what happened in Kusatawi. Our minor adventure made for quite a tale. My bracelet. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It is a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Vuklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Aaronville, savage. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there is no denying the depth of your bond, though I am sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. Right, I'm not the only one, right? An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. Well, sorry, my finger is too heavy as it seems. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Kikana and Liwine. So difficult to see, you know, when the W is silent and when not. Kikana and Liwine, properly. If it wasn't for you believing in Takova and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wahuti, I think it was, put behind bars. Like, wahoo! We never gave up the hope that Takova would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers, but he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dustwatch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day, so no one will get the better of us again. Isn't that right? Right, and you'll teach us how you draw your pistols so fast, won't you? Because he's faster than his own shadow! Well, we won't need a duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match our beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that you have my word. Until we meet again, bye. Have a nice time. Alright, back to the City of Gold thing, please. Probably not. Too bad. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, though do let me know if there is any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Uh-oh, it's not gonna work. Oh, train service has been suspended. Didn't I tell you? No, you didn't! Thank you. Ugh. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and the rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one has heard. Lots of natural disasters over here. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. And still no enigmatic maiden. Well, I guess she's gonna be part of the patch series as well then. Let's do that. The station is just over there. Could have done so from the beginning, I guess. Oh. Seems people aren't too happy about the train delays. Wow, surprise. I mean, come on, they're not even... And in Switzerland, when a train has a delay of 3 minutes in Switzerland, people start raging.
Sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
Which, to be fair, you know, like sometimes you have like 5 minutes to get on your transfer, right? 3 minutes delay is actually quite significant sometimes, but that's just because of our really tightly tacked schedule.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
That's the station master. Wow, that's a young lad.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
Yeah, sucks. We want punctual railroads.
That the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume.
What are we even paying the money for? You know, what do our taxes actually be used? What are our taxes actually be used for, if not for the railroad, alright?
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
Why the heck is this?
The succession ceremony.
Voiced?
We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Sabotage!
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Yeah, I saw some interesting fates
Though,
there.
if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Okay, because everyone is just inside there waiting for people instead of working. But that would explain why it isn't, you know, like ready yet, I guess.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
I'm used to it. Is it Broggy? It looks like... That's the name, right? Broggy. The trolley guy with his wife, with his dead wife from Shadowbringers.
That's them, the 2 volunteers.
Well, that's probably his incarnation in the source. It is 100%. Come on.
And over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe.
I guess he's the station master. Okay.
And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Actually, to think about it, they kind of look the same as the others in first as well, right? Just, you know, it's been a while since we've done, but they were wearing something different, of course. But actually, I think they all look the same, right? I'm not sure if they are actually the same.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while.
They are, right? Yeah. They are exactly the same, I see.
Something the matter?
Which is also the reason why I look exactly like Artbird, right? But I guess it would have been too obvious if the Warrior of Darkness would have just exactly looked like your character. But actually, why not? That would have been fun. Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber.
Oh, so that would be his wife then, I guess. Now they actually can do a they actually have models for her.
We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first.
Piara-Yonan plane. Piara-Yonan. Why isn't it the Piara-Yonan? Why does it have a double A and they pronounce it with a single A? Piara-Yonan. Piara-Yonan plane. Piara-Yonan plane. No.
Come on.
It's Haro over the
no time to
Mikote, right?
waste.
I think. The Tona, the Viera, the Brawl, or the Rothgar. And I don't remember the rest. Bye. Have a nice time. Ignore my. Actually, what other Chocobo boardings do I have? Been rocking this one for quite a while. Do we have anything fitting for some Wild West action here? Or maybe the Boschen. Yeah, that looks Wild West enough, right? Though no small number live in Shaloni, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. One with nature. Aaronville is eager to be off to the Piara-Yonan lane. Come, let's follow Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. Train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself. Though if you peer through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of... Enough jabbering, Shenta! Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do. Let's get to it. Wait, who was calling? Oh, okay. We'll see you later. Okay, bye. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way, after all. I mean, looks like the train station in Thanalan, I guess. Ooh, they do have an actual steam locomotive, actually. That's cool. I must confess the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. Mewa Headzone should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people of Mewa Headzone, but I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. What are you looking for? Oh, where are they? I can't see them. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Sheshenevetsi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. Oh, that's what she was looking for. So I was like, oh, so beautiful. Ah, dear midnight sun, please don't scorch my eyes. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. That Mikote looks really young. Is it possible to do that with the... Probably, right? The character creator. Greetings, traveler, and welcome. I am Huato, chief of Head Zone, and this is my son, Shepeto. A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I am Walika, station master of Shaktural Railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks and we require timber to make repairs. This is Yomi and Erenville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. Aye. Sniffer. You've a most curious air about you. Oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of tender grass of lands unknown. I gather you are not from these lands. I am a traveler of the star. I have been everywhere and nowhere at the same time. That's me. Truly? I would love to know more of you and the lands you have seen. Some of them are very cold. And others aren't. Others are very hot. That's about it. I'm told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hetzo in particular have done much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt, together to lay our heads, the Hetzo teaches all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see that word, Hetzo. It means leader of souls in the Hetzaral tongue, does it not? Does. There are many creatures revered as Hetzo among the Hetzaro. I see a pattern there. Here we look to the Ronique for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to do, of course. Sure, let's discuss. Weird quest. Wonderful! We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me. Oh, you mean we're just gonna share some tales? Okay. I have some tales to tell. Lots of them, actually. Did you know the tale of the small prince who once went out to look for firewood? That is one of my favorite tales of all time. This tent is made with the hide and bones of Ronique. I wonder what else they are used for here. Well, everything, probably. If they follow the Ronique with the seasons, it makes sense that they would live in tents that can be broken down and transported easily. So, do you like to hunt? To hunt? And what weapons do you like to use? For sure not twin swords. No, twin swords are like the worst. I'll tell you. I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronique have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Stableman near Husatawi mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicion. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Shaloni has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this, we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the head Sorrow, but all of Shaloni. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valkona. Valkona, I say. We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently... How shall I put this? hard-headed and aloof. He values technology advancements and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue, Geppetto. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he is not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. His journeys have changed him for the better. He was pretty dead set on technology at the beginning. So in the course of traveling with him, you witnessed him change with your own eyes? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yomi fought beside Vaukona in the Rite of Succession. I take her word over rumors. You took part in the Rite of Succession? Yep. You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but I had no idea I had recruited a bona fide hero. Well, you know, happens. That's... if they only knew what else I had done before in my travels, right? Oh! The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared, so we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Vaukona for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I am hopeful that he will do the same. I'm gonna tell him, don't worry. Maybe I should tell Vuklamat as well. They're probably gonna both be here tomorrow if I do that. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I am glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. Just like that. No payment. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronique foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad, and if needs be, we'll seek Vaukona's counsel. Thanks again for your time and the timber. We should endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. What do you mean favor? No, you're gonna pay for them. I never said you can have them for free. We have to carry all of this back to the station. Well, yikes. That's gonna be fun. With more than enough timber to fix the ties, now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Is that a lot? That doesn't look like a lot, to be honest, if you have to make a lot of repairs. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and the Ronique? I won't be long. Yeah. Why didn't we come with that in the first place? I mean, what did you expect? What the heck? I'm glad that went well. And what the heck did you expect? Like us transporting a few planks of timber back to the station or what? I'm glad it went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. And the land would tremble in front of my might. Aaron regards the pile of timber with undisguised wariness. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. Where would that be? Shouldn't take long if you split the work. You mean towards the road? I guess that would make sense. Strong, Yomi. Yomi's strong. I had to think about it. Look at these small tree logs. Where do they even get them from? Ouch. All the trees here look kind of bigger than that, I would say. Well, not all of them, I guess. How far does he want me to carry that? What the heck? Actually, where is the road? Oh, it's over here. Why can't we just drop it off over here? Oh, now I also not remember what that soundtrack reminds me of. Yeah, it's like the Transport Fever 2 soundtrack, which makes sense. You know, like trains. Yay! Great game. If you like trains and transportation and optimizing that and stuff. I should think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry I didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. But I admit I wasn't the biggest fan of the trolley arc in Shadowbringers, so... Yay. Once again, right? Once you repair the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. What? I have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. Let's just ride on the locomotive, come on. That's fine. Namika and no few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. No, I want to go now. I hope we'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. Yeah, because probably gonna be smelling and breathing all the fumes out of the steam engine. Yeah, breathtaking, literally. Anitoike will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. Why? Because she's getting so sweaty doing that? Wait, no, she's a Rothgar, right? So they probably don't sweat. At least not, you know, like... I mean, cats don't sweat. Well, they can sweat, but only where they don't have fur. So, like, on their paws and on... What else? Is it literally just their paws? Which is why they have troubles in, like, cooling down when it's actually hot. Because they can't sweat, as we humans can. Which is why dogs do... What's it actually called? You know, like, they do the thing with their tongue to cool themselves down, but cats don't do that. And if they do that, then you should bring your cat to the vet. Because that would mean that she's severely overheated. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shenta, and we've still more to do. I find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shaloni you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. Sure, there's so much to see in this area, so... Yay, I guess. We'll handle the rest of the work from here. You just sit tight now. Wow, I mean, okay. We didn't do a lot, but okay. Thanks again for your timely assistance. Won't be long now before the tracks are fixed and you're on your way. Yeah, we didn't really do a whole lot. We just came over here and moved some timber and that was it. Could have literally done easily without us. Why did we even volunteer? What the heck? I thought we would be repairing the tracks. And like helping to repair the tracks. Not just move 2 crates of timber. It'll be good to have the hunt train running again. It'll be good to have the train running again. I miss the sound of her barreling down the tracks. So what do we do? Except for going whee! Whee! I can fly! I like the weather in this area. It's kind of unique. You know, like with all the dust storms and now this with gales, right? I would like some tumbleweed, you know, like tumbling around. Not just when it's a cliche in the one scene, right? But actual tumbleweed, like tumbling around when it's this weather. How do you feel of the sights? Well, I guess so, yeah. Well, they appear to have almost finished. Oh, that was quick. Several cutscenes were playing sequence. They really use that kind of inflationary nowadays. Sure. Let's see if it's gonna blow up again. I was wondering who they're actually selling the ceruleum to. Because the only people we've known so far of who use ceruleum for the Magitech were Galleons, right? And so far, you know, Thrall has been, you know, like less developed technological than Yosi and the rest, I would say. I mean, sure, of course, they're using it for the railroad, but what else? I mean, you can't just make a such huge... You don't just build such huge oil rigs just to power the railroad, right? Right?
Here she comes!
You can see that. Bye. Well, hi and bye, I guess. Oh, that cowcatcher is kind of mean. Like, why is it jagged? You know, like the thing in the front of the locomotive. I think it's called a cowcatcher, right? At least in German, it's called that. It's to move away
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster
the buffaloes
than
and stuff, right?
anticipated.
When
You
they
have
are
our
when they're just
gratitude.
standing on the railroad tracks without damaging the engine. Nobody said anything about damaging the cow though, so or the buffalo, I guess. Yeah, we did so much work there, right?
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Right.
That's the truth. Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Intercontinental Railroad. I've heard that
Railroads are
before.
a somewhat recent addition to Thrall. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream.
Yeah, and then they just slowly deteriorate because nobody funds them because everybody's driving cars around, cerulean-powered cars around because of the cerulean lobby. That makes sense. Sounds like the American dream, yeah. Can you imagine that the Intercontinental Railroad was the US was the first country actually having a tradition of railroads, right? And the long railroad on themselves. And nowadays it's like a joke, right? Compared to other areas of the world.
Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now,
I see what he did
expect
there.
the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Stampede!
Not another one!
You can't be serious.
Oh yeah, that looks like a normal earthquake, absolutely. What are they looking at?
Gods have mercy.
Oh, it's behind me. Okay, turn around, please, Yomi. Oh, finally it's getting interesting. Might it have anything to do with our dear Zoralja and his deal? Please! Thank you.
Flying. What's happening?
Oh, the train. Nitoikwe and the others.
Toikwe. Toikwe!
My home lies that way as well.
Ah, it's nothing personal, don't worry.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
Alright, we're right behind you. Good things all... good... yeah. Good thing all this stuff always happens when I'm around, right? One might see a causality there. Holy crap. Help. Okay. I have an idea of who is on board of that.
Are they heading for Tuliyollal?
Ooh, finally something's happening. Why am I looking towards the purple dome? But the only thing I can say is, boss, go back to Tuliyollal. No, I wanna go to that dome. Right now. No, we don't follow the airship. They can handle themselves. Ugh. Oh wow! They didn't joke around.
Heavensward.
See, something like this is what I thought would happen right after the Rite of Succession.
They came from the sky and attacked without any warning.
Yeah, that's why you threw your... Wow, okay. That's a lot of them.
Need our help.
Your axe. Your axe is gonna help in this, I'm pretty sure. I'm not laughing because of... It's just such a weird blend with the super sci-fi and the Wild West aesthetics.
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Hey, good thing we found the Golden City, right? Everybody's happy about that now. So maybe now we should finally get to know what Blue Jaja knows about the Golden City. Well, that's actually a lot more brutal than I thought it would be. Not gonna lie. What the heck? I mean, they're literally slaughtering everybody in the city.
Someone help me, please! Oh. Oh.
Bastard!
No, I'm not gonna make a Squid Game joke. No. But in this game, everybody's gonna die and nobody's gonna win the prize. Dang, I did it anyways. Okay. The heck is that?
What did it just do?
Yeah, that's my question. Yeah, this is a lot more drastic than I thought it would be, not gonna lie. You know, like after nothing happened after the Rite of Succession at least.
Thank you.
Yeah, run away, quick.
Save the things. Just get to safety.
Huh, I guess he's not used to getting thanked. Too.
I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly.
But no, that's where they're coming from. Why would they fall back now? They literally came from the palace just to aid the people.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
Poor little Dawn servants have a crisis on their hand of unknown proportions. Untold proportions.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
So what's even... Whoa. Oh, there she is, finally. So what's our plan? We go to the palace, and then what? I do even have still a weapons drawn here. Oh, that's why. Never mind. Oh, so Galujaja is gonna die. Ah, finally. Well, sorry. Oh, it is Soralja. And Soralja is the one killing him. Wow! I was just off with the timing a little, I guess. Pretty sick.
That you should still live.
So what exactly does he... What exactly does he think he's doing by slaughtering all the civilians? Doesn't he like want to lead the nation? What nation of who? If he doesn't have any underlings, what the heck? It's like the Galleons with the Black Rose, right? Just kill everybody, yeah, and then what? What are you leading?
What has happened to you?
What Gaius always said about Black Rose.
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
Wait, what?
My demand is
How is he still alive? Wait, what?
the dissolution of Tuliolol and surrender of all its territories.
Didn't Soralja jump slash cat and ram? And you're telling me he survived that? What? And he's not even... He's just there, acting as if nothing happened. What?
Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
Obviously.
No, my ambition remains unchanged.
Let me change our peoples, who are... I'm just slaughtering all of them. Our peoples, you know, the necessity of peace by war, by the means of war. After I slaughtered all of them. I wouldn't call that a motivation I can relate to, but okay, I guess.
To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
Nope, not buying it. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense, sorry.
Much, and in so short a time, to harm the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
I do wonder how it is changes the city afterwards. You know, like the assets and everything.
You have heard my ultimatum.
Why ultimatum? You can't just wanted it to happen right now. Why would you leave? Can I just enforce it right now?
And you will have my answer.
It doesn't make any sense. Why would he leave?
By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Soralja is strong. He has never been father's equal.
Yeah, but he has some new toys and weapons and stuff. You do see that, Conan, right? Especially you, who are so fond of new technology and stuff. You should be kind of afraid of what you're seeing, no? I mean, he has lasers now. Well, I guess Alfina also has lasers, but it's a different kind of lasers. And you all know it's gonna be me in the end who's gonna kill him anyway, so right? So
You long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
But just to make clear, why I usually thought Zoralja would be killing Gilganos was to basically hide the fact that he didn't win the right of succession. And to just claim the throne after Gilganos dies, right? Well, this is actually a really cool cutscene, what the heck. But of course that would have had to happen, you know, like before everybody knew that Uklamont had won the right of succession and that Gilganos would yield his throne to her. Which is why after that I was like, okay, it's probably not gonna happen then. With which I seem to have been wrong, or maybe he actually wins. Ah, we know he's not gonna die here. He's gonna do this switcheroo. He's not dead. No. It's not gonna end like this. He's just gonna stand up again. Stab Gilganos in the back. Yep. Because it wouldn't make any sense. There we go. Super Mario Extra Life activated. I mean, we can also resurrect, so don't act as if that was something weird.
The mighty Gulul-Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one.
Maybe we can assist now?
I shall even the odds.
Kaioken! Down he goes.
Papa?
Oh no, there's the blood. Everybody knows when you see blood. Oh wow, yeah, you actually see the wound on his chest. That's actually really cool. Wow. Don't think we've ever seen that before for anyone who died in Final Fantasy 14. Everybody knows once you see the blood, except for one time with a certain cat lady.
The blessed are mortal.
The character is dead. I mean, why did you just stand around? Come on, who the fuck would just listen to him and not help him out? But okay.
You are no match for me.
On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title.
Of the house kitty?
Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then will you be his worthy successor?
Well, to be fair, he killed you once. It's not fair that you have a thing that just resurrects you every time. So basically you cheated. But he doesn't care, I guess. Well, so would I. I mean, whatever. Jaja is dead, he isn't.
Ships will
So,
remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuliolal.
does that mean we have to go with Buklamat again?
Choose your next steps wisely.
I still have no idea why Kettenram is still alive. Finally something happened! Yay! Just like 2 levels later than I would have hoped for. No, I guess he's not dead actually. Is he? Oh, they stopped healing him, so he probably is dead. Okay, never mind. Oh, have mercy. Yeah, what happened to you? Why do you not even have a scratch? What the heck? It was him, right? They just glossed over that? Okay. We did everything we could. Everything. But it simply wasn't enough. I can scarcely believe my eyes. How could this happen? Oh, no. This cannot be. I mean, I've been prepared for this since like 5 episodes, right? So rest in peace. No, I can't die. Can't. Well, he would have. Come on. He's led a long and prosperous life. It's not like would be sad, right? And one of his heads already died anyway, so that's like. Not sure for how long he would have been living anyways. I like that there's no music. No time for tears. Uklamat is struggling to process what she has witnessed. How could this happen? What a cheerful jingle. Yay, very fitting. Thank you, Square Enix. Oh, sometimes.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Bang! He's still breathing and talking.
Father, please. You can't give up. Are you there, oh friend? I'm right here. I'm right here. Look after my children.
How the heck is he still not Galuchacha? How the heck is Kettenram still alive? I'm so baffled right now. He did go back to his abode. He got chomp slashed by Zarulja, and there's not even a scratch. What did I miss? Does he also have a thing like Zarulja? Now I'm... Now I am wondering if that's just an oversight. It's just like... Well, not really an oversight, but it's just like... Oh, yeah, he wasn't actually injured that badly. He was just knocked out or something. But why wouldn't they... Why would they just completely gloss over that? Maybe he's gonna... Maybe once we talk to him after this cutscene, maybe he's gonna shed some light on that. But it might actually... I mean, they have all found the City of Gold, right? And I'm assuming they have actually opened it, right? Because they know what's inside. So maybe Kettenram does actually have something similar. Like Zarulja, right? Maybe that's what they're hinting at here. Or maybe it's just random.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
After the last duty he gave you that you fulfilled oh so gratefully. Greatly.
You and I
love that.
must go on another journey together someday.
The blood on his fangs.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oh, Glamat.
I do really love. I'm not sure if they had that in other expansions as well, to be honest. The eye flicker. You know, just the small flickers where you can see that she's like looking at different points of him. Like she's looking at him the whole time, but she's like looking at different points. It adds so much realism, in my opinion. It adds so much to the scene instead of just having her look at him dead straight all the time. It's not the first scene that they've did that. I've realized that in other scenes as well. I think it's absolutely great. It's so good.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Barnum.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
And I'm just standing there. I didn't even try to fight Sorolja. It's like... I know, it's about Vuklamat having to prove yourself, but the heck, why? Why? I would give a fuck on that if I was actually in this situation. I would be like, I don't care, I'm just gonna try to kill him. I'm not saying we could kill him, I don't know, he seems really strong now. But I'm just gonna fight him, and we all should be fighting him, and maybe we can kill him, and if the thing activates again, we're just gonna kill him again, and then maybe we just get his armor off, and we just kill him. I don't give a shite about Vuklamat afterwards going like, oh, I should have been the one doing that. I don't care, you know, like, we could have saved the day, maybe. We could have tried saving the day right there and now. Also, why the heck is Sorolja going away? Why is he leaving? He literally said, yeah, yield your throne to me. And now he's like, oh no, I gave you a chance. I'm just gonna retreat for now, but I am gonna have an eye on you. He's doing the typical cartoon villain thing. Well, I guess there's gotta be a story somewhere to be found, right? See, the problem is if they would have done that right after the Rite of Succession, or basically before, you know, the people knew the actual results of the Rite of Succession, and nobody knew that Vuklamat would be the rightful heir. He could have just taken the throne now, and he could have basically framed us, like Vuklamat and Kona and us, to have killed Gilganos because we would have lost the blah blah blah. He could have just done the switcheroo on us, and people would have probably believed him and followed him, so he could have just driven us out, and we had to go, and we would have had to go into, you know, like Shock to Roll because we were basically refugees, right? We would have basically had the same storyline, right? I think we would have probably been at the same point, more or less, you know, like where Zoralja is the guy we need to defeat. But the difference, of course, that he wouldn't have like an armada of super spaceships to fight for him. But he would have been fighting, I guess, the armies of Tural at least, right? Tuliolol. So it would have been basically the same story, but I think it would have had more. I know I would have. I mean, I'm still liking this, to be honest. I'm just like this is more of this cartoon villain cliche. And when in my version, we also wouldn't have that little story slump right now, which is basically the equivalent of the trolley arc, right? With the, which I personally thought was a filler in Shadowbringers, right? Which is why I didn't like the trolley arc too much. I know there's a lot of people liking the trolley arc, and that's fine. It's just like for me, it just felt like a filler because we actually had, you know, like basically the goal in sight, right? We knew we had to go there, and to finally get the lore dump with Minfilia and stuff. So I really wanted that, and then it's just like, oh yeah, now you have to do this trolley thing. Yeah, you need to find the heart of the Talos, etc., etc. So, you know, we could have just had that before we went to Shalonia. Now we would have been in Shalonia and just been, okay, what now? And then maybe we would have, you know, like done all this train stuff to actually find the means, not to get to Erinville's homeland, to his home village, but, you know, that to actually get to Zoralja's kingdom, as he called it, right? Which is gonna be Heritage Found now, I think. So I wonder how that connects to the underground passage in Yoctel, actually. But I mean, we're gonna find out. So in my head, that would have probably been a little more coherent than what it did here. But I'm just so happy that finally something is happening. Thank you. I'm not happy that a lot of people died. Sorry about that. But, you know, in terms of the story, I'm happy that something is happening. Summer vacation's over. Yay! Back to our job of saving the world, I guess. That's like what we can do best, right? At a time like this, we must take the initiative. There will be countless people in need of help. I don't understand. Gilganos was so proud to be succeeded by his children, to think that he will never get to see them carry on his legacy. Well, you know, that's actually pretty common for monarchic rulers, because they usually die before any of their children take up the throne, right? So it's not too surprising, I would say. What can we do now? Well, go and kill Zoralja. What else would we do now? If only I'd been more careful. Yeah, what the heck were you doing with the keystones? I mean, not just that he got slammed down. I still don't know why he's still standing here, but whatever. How could Zoralja just find them? That's what I'm actually wondering, because, well, I mean, he just knocked out Captain Ram and then suddenly had all the keystones. It's like, did you like have them all lying around the table or what? How did they even know of that? You must see to the people, assess casualties, casualties. Oh my god, assess casualties as well as any damage done to the city. Yes. No time for tears. Right, so Thou Vuklamat, Thou Kona, I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn, and the Lance God have begun rendering aid to the people. For whatever reason. That they have withdrawn. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. I thank you for the report. Please inform the guard that they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. People. Need to help them. She's having a breakdown. Well, understandable. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you. Thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere. More than I could count. Let's split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alfino and LSA, could you take Bayside Bevy? And Kryl and Erenville, the palace perimeter. As for me, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. No! I'm reduced to being a retainer again. We'll all meet back here afterwards. Speaking of retainers, I need to check my retainers. Totally unrelated, sorry. Alright, let's see if there's actually any visible change to the city, right? I am wondering. I'm assuming not. Or at least nothing that would last, right? That would be awesome, actually, you know, like if the Tuliolala at the end of the expansion was like half destroyed. And then maybe built up again through the patches, that would be awesome. The Vanishing Resplendent Quarter, right? Well, at least the Ethernets are all still... Well, I mean, all my quests are still there, so I guess it... You know, all the people that we saw, they were just... tourists, I guess. Not the actual people living here. Because they are obviously also alive. Dazed Citizen. Actually, let's change to a healer job for now. Maybe not. Thanks. Thanks, I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers? They looked like people, but they killed and killed with no hesitation. If they attack us again, how can we hope to defend ourselves? At least now they really have got me intrigued in what the heck that city is about, right? It's not Allagan. I mean, maybe it's like Machi? Is that a word? Like by the Kingdom of Mach? Although I think those were more like mages, right? Also the Nim, I think. They've only been sealed down there for 1,000 years, I think, right? So it's not like it could have been something that was like lost to history for a long, long time. The Elegans were long before that, right? Maybe it was actually some Elegans, you know, like that survived. Thank you, miss. But my husband and son, they dead. Sorry. I know why they make you do this. You know, like to hammer home the severity of the situation. Which is also, of course, why we didn't do the right... I do wonder if it wouldn't have been in... You know, like... Actually, I think so. We didn't do anything here, right? I literally did not even draw my swords. So wouldn't it have been a lot more intelligent to just run towards that purple dome, see what the heck is there, infiltrate it, you know, like even before Thoralja comes back, and then just stab Thoralja in the back? Well, I guess we wouldn't have. We still have link pearls, you know, like why do people not talk? We do have link pearls. Why did we even come back? We didn't even do anything. Thanks, I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Vau Vuklamat? Wow, that's a tongue twister. Where were Vau Vuklamat and Vau Kona? They were on the streets trying to help. Actually. They're not to blame. I understand, I do, but... I need to clear my head, you know, like you are their army. You are their executive arm who have to protect the people. It's not their job. Their job is actually to lead you. But you are the ones who should be protecting the people, so it's not their fault. It's more of your fault, actually. Not that I want to say that to you now, because obviously you have been, you know, like, severely outmatched. But still, that's what the army is there for. I mean, would you expect Joe Biden to charge into battle and protect the people from... I mean... Yeah, I do realize it's a little different here. Like, Wuklamat is a little more young and virile and strong and other things, but she's still more of a, she should still be more of a strategic leader, or at least Kona should. And he should know that as a soldier, which is why I'm like, what the heck? What's that? What? Where are you hurt? Everywhere! When I point here, it hurts. When I point here, it hurts. When I point here, it hurts. Oh, your finger is broken. Ah. Right. Thank you. Thought I was done for. To be honest, I thought everyone would be done. Well, obviously not, because they can't just leave a destroyed city as a main hub, the expansion, right? But you know, like if you probably would go back to before the attack and count all the citizens around Tuliolal and compare them to the number of people we saw dying and the corpses lying around in the cutscene just now, there would probably not be a lot of them left, I would assume. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader, they say. He looked like Zoralja. But it can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? Because he's mad! But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? Well... See, that's a question that Wuklamat and Kona have to answer. Precocious Mamucha. Oh, sorry, that's the side quest. He's just gonna follow me now, right? Oops. Can I have him not follow me around anymore? Yeah, thank you. It's not the moment to do that, sorry. Thank you. The pain is better now. Can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? Oh yeah, I didn't look. Actually, I need to take a look. We had peace under Galujaja. We were safe. But now, well, it's... I cannot see any of them. Huh. Okay. What things are you talking about? I can't see any things in the sky. Does that mean that Eliminator is going to be in 97? Well, I'm assuming it's going to be Eliminator, but the second trial is going to be level 97? Because in Shadowbringers and in Endwalker, the second trial has been the second last level, right? The penultimate level. It hasn't been on the X7 levels as before. I mean, it might still be. But I was just now thinking that probably it's gonna be, you know, like it's probably gonna be a Warden. I mean, we're obviously going towards Golden City now, towards Solution 9 and a Rich Found, right? But then again, I'm assuming Solution 9, or at least around, like the area around Solution 9 is gonna be the last area. It's... Well, I see, I guess. Because right now I would be thinking it would make sense for a trial to be, you know, like for the second last trial to be like the Warden of the city, right? When we try to infiltrate Zoralja's kingdom. And then Zoralja might be the last trial, right? Level 100 trial. Well, probably not as he is now, because we know that, you know, like in trials he usually get a little bulkier and bigger, right? So he's probably gonna pop himself up with something. Maybe he has a Gundam, I don't know. We finished aiding the people here. I made sure they would not suffer any longer. Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children. No, now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. But you go and see how things are at Talon March, and afterwards go and find Alice at Bayside Bevy. Hey look, everything here is still intact. Interesting. Also, I mean, everything basically is intact, right? Didn't they like shoot at the buildings and stuff? There is no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. Interesting. To be fair, the city is gorgeous. It would have been a shame if they had to actually destroy theirs anything, right? I guess they just shot at the street and not at the actual buildings and tents. Wow. Must have been stormtroopers. Fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. Oh no, they hit the crates! The crates! Not the tents, no, the crates! At least my hunt board is still intact. And the market board, nice, that's the most important things. The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. Plunder! Take up what you can, and they are still just... Are you just still doing left mates? Nice. They just... They're not acknowledging at all what happened. Port remains unscathed, but the enemy ships continue to loom overhead. Where? Oh, there they are. Never mind. Yikes. Are you just crafting in the chaos here? Or can I actually see the people that are in a different phase of this of the city? Probably. I'm not assuming that so many people are right now doing this same quest as me, as it seems. I've helped all those I could find and seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. And if Soralcha actually meant to harm the people. Well, it pretty much looked like he meant to harm the people. Yeah? I mean, look around. The buildings are hardly damaged. Yeah, the buildings, but he killed, like, everybody. Well, the buildings are the more important thing. Yeah, right. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleases. Yeah, and, you know, like, all the invaders coming down and slicing people into small pieces. Yeah, that chill was just to incite fear. But we can discuss that later. How is Lamati? Even after what happened to her father, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Well, yeah, that's what's expected of her, Alize. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Garnitruk Gleam Sands. Where is that? Have I been there? Is that where my... No, that's not where my house is, right? Oh no, please tell me that my... Okay, my lodge is still fine. Whew.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. Drink.
It's like I said, her father, but it didn't look like it, right? Looked more human.
There you are, Lamati. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamati. Lamati!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamati. You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
Her? Me? I don't need rest. I didn't do anything. What do you mean by her? What?
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
Why am I wisely nodding? Not like I'd ever do the things that would be wise to do, right?
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise.
Well, you can still do that. It's not like that would just be gone now.
What good is a vow of resolve?
It just got a little harder now.
Save her people.
You know, we went from baby level to Dark Souls, I guess. Even though I don't think that Dark Souls is as hard as people always tell, but that's another thing. Oh yeah, I guess You won't save your people by brooding.
You're right. This isn't the time for soaking. Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do, rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen.
Yeah, that's been the exact same thing, right? They also had spaceships in the sky that looked, first of all, you can't reach, and they have lasers! Totally been the same thing, yeah.
Even so, I believe that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did.
Pretty sure that's not gonna work with
Brother is
Zoralia.
There'll be no reasoning with him. He killed our people. Our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve.
Problem is, he's gonna win in the end, right? He literally can't lose now. I mean, we're probably gonna kill him, yeah, for sure. But he would still have, you know, like, shown the people to war, so that everyone is longing for peace. And he, with his dying breath, will probably be like, ha! Now that I've shown people the cruelties of war, they finally yearn for peace again. And he's gonna die with a smile. I'm calling it now.
If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zoralia and kill him.
All right, let's go. I'm fine. Just needed a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly. I struggle to make sense of it all. Strange soldiers, those floating ships. The new powers Zoralia commands. When everything is done and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle, not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray. But I will make it my strength, the strength to do what I must. Also, I would really like to know what Gilganos told you about the Golden City. That would probably be a very good moment right now. If he actually did tell you, which I hope he did. Because if not, we're gonna have a problem. Well, Kettenram probably also knows it, so maybe not that much of a problem. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alice I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside, Bevy. I'm just delivering messages, because what else could I be of use of, right? It's really weird to see all the people that are not actually in the same phase of the questline as I am running around and crafting and stuff. It's like, okay. Oh, you're back. By that I take to mean Lamati is feeling better. She needs to be strong for the... I'm assuming they're not in the same phase, because if they are, that would be a little weird. For the people of Tural, I understand that. She doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight. Together! That's sad. I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. Pick up the pieces. Alize regards the fallen soldier thoughtfully. It's clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far and wide as you've traveled, though, perhaps you've encountered something similar before. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues as to Zeralja's new powers. Nope, never seen that. I mean, obviously it's from the Golden City, but apart from that... But I guess it kind of reminds me of the Omicron. But those were machines, so... Examine the fallen... okay. In place of where eyes or mouth might be, you see a strange sigil on the front of his helm. Asians! Ah! From a distance it appeared to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection its construction is quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. I mean, you know, like the sage weapons. And what do you think? It looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. Indeed, while it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny, the lack of a face not least of all. Did you see any sign of a power source? Nope. It probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in the battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than a metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere recently? Yeah. The palace is made of stone too. Oh! We have, in the Sky Deep's energy. That's right, the glowing stone used in the chamber with the gate to the Golden City. And while the soldiers are a different color, the warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. Yeah, and they also have the, you know, like the purple glow. Well, it was kind of orange, I guess, in the down in the Sky Deep's energy, but it looks the same matrix thing going on the sides, right? Matrix. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observations with the others when we gather at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of the mystery, the better. Looks like everyone is here already.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care.
50? Oh no, that's so many! You know, like if the total population of the city is 500, I guess. Which it probably shouldn't, right?
Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue.
It looked a whole lot different in the cutscene, you know, like it looked like they were literally slaughtering everyone out on the streets, and at that moment probably everyone was out on the streets, right? So it looked a little more severe. But okay, I guess it's still bad.
That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Yeah, because that works so well with the ships still looming in the sky.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy.
Not really.
And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
Well, I guess we've seen it, so...
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
That is quite interesting, though. As I said,
Speaking
what
of
is the
dome,
connection between that
we
and
have
the
some
gate to the
theories
Golden
on
City?
board.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
Sid?
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Nero?
Greetings, everyone.
Graha! Finally! What does he do? Well, I guess he's... I didn't even see Ashola there, what the heck. But yay, finally! I mean, I guess Graha has some experience with technology, you know, like time travel and stuff.
Raha! Y'shtola!
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest. But I gather circumstances are quite dire.
Obviously.
All is well in the annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
So, why are you here? I mean, it didn't sound like we called them because of the current crisis, right?
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors.
Oh, he did. Okay. Finally. Enlighten us.
Thanks to Wuplamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting.
Oh, good to know.
What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
No shit, Sherlock.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
I just watched the previous 13 episodes of my stream
As
here.
you know,
Of
it
my
was a letter
series
I
here.
found tucked away in the Baldessian annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
Which of course we know Zoralja has read, because he was the one writing it. Right? And of course, because of that also Zoralja knows about.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Galul Jar Jar.
Actually, where are Thancred and Urianger? Now that I think about it.
Like us.
Probably already infiltrating the Golden City. Never mind.
Chamber of the Sky Deep Cenote.
Doing what we should have been doing, but okay.
Like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
it led to another reflection.
Oh! Okay, I did not see that one coming. Oh, that's cool. Oh! Oh, that makes so much sense, actually. Wow. How did I not think of that? Wow. Yes, they got me with that one.
Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Yay, echo time. So maybe we do get some S-scene involvement here. That's Galuf? Wow, okay, not what I expected.
Stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here.
Is the first time we hear the vow of reason to speak?
Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Seven hells!
Of course, that's the first thing he would be saying. Nothing.
Nothing.
An earthquake?
So is solution 9 the 9th reflection? That would make sense, right? Of course, it would also explain
None of this has ever happened before.
connection between this and the place where Emerald comes from, right? Maybe they just have another portal there.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
Well, still kind of the same, just, you know, like another destination. Are you telling me Kryl is from another reflection? What? But that means there must be another... Wait, why? How can Kryl be that smart then, when she's not even... I mean, we are all 7 times rejoined, right? If she's from a reflection, she's not even once rejoined. So she should have been 1/7 of the smartness of us, right? Just saying. Actually, 8th time. Actually, the Warrior of Light is now 8th time rejoined. 8 times rejoined, right? Together with the Oddbird. Oh, this is getting good! This is getting real good! I like this.
Baby?
Well, obviously.
Now,
What did you
hold
expect?
on.
A loaf of
Why would
bread? Loaf of bread? Okay, sure.
Now what's this? What is this? Who are you?
They probably can't understand you. Maybe they can. Probably not. Interesting, at least all my theories about the Golden City were wrong then. Had nothing to do with getting... Actually, did Galuf follow them? Because I had the theory that it was sealed off, right, and nobody could leave. But people could still get in, right? But he might have just actually took his chance here and followed them? No? Okay, probably too late now. Oh no, of course he must get back to Shoreline first, together with Kryl.
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value.
So maybe he did open it afterwards, using the key. I'm still not sure how he... I'm still not sure if you actually know if he's dead or not. If he like was on the Isle of Val or something. Probably not, right? I have no idea what... I don't remember what his lore is. If we actually know anything about his disappearance.
That it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the void.
New music.
We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important. So Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Sharlayan and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
Little alien Kryl. Hi.
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
I love this. This is so good.
I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, grandfather was always...
The music is really good, actually. Wow.
Whenever I broached the subject.
I don't think we've heard that one before.
But never would I have guessed anything like this.
Where's Mama and Papa? Well, it's difficult.
But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
The forces that assailed Tuliyola. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers look like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory.
Because he assaulted you right before that, right? Now finally he's gonna talk about it.
On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me
Oh, he really just
unawares
knocked him
and
out.
knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
Which I still don't exactly get why he would need a set of keystones to do that.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
Hmm.
I only got a glimpse of him, but it was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zeralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical armor.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Why the dome though? Maybe maybe it's just like a bigger portal to get the ships through, right?
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections. But what of my home? What's become of it?
Good question. We don't know now. Don't look as if it was destroyed. We don't know, people. Let's not jump to conclusions here. We're going to find out.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
The signs don't exist anymore, Alfino.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare her.
Still missing 2 pieces. Make it a party though.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming
Thanks,
with you.
Quaha.
If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zeralja and restore the people's happiness.
But I want to
Suffice
fight
to
him,
say,
please.
I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliolal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
Didn't we also send someone down the cenote
I as well.
to the gate to the Golden City?
The enemy's warships still loom overhead.
Check that out.
And I would see that we're prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
want to know why they did that, right?
In that
I mean, we're
case,
gonna find out for sure.
Please let me come too.
Turns out Clyde is actually a princess. Ah.
I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can
Like before the dome appeared, at least.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the Dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be
Yay!
useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is
Oh, see,
possible
she is
from
gonna
inside
look at the gate, okay.
We'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side.
And the world, you know, like we're actually
Thank you,
fighting for the
everyone.
world again. Thinking of, you know, like what Zoralja's goal is, right?
Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
This talk of reflection is perplexing, to say the least. I should be glad for your help in understanding and overcoming the crisis. I struggle to believe I am from another reflection. I wonder, does this mean my soul is thinner than a native of the source? Yeah, exactly. Surely not. Ishtala would have noticed. God, there's so much I don't understand. My head is ready to burst. I fear we need to know more if we're to defend against another assault. I'm indebted to Ochika for overseeing our operations in my absence. I will endeavor to make myself as useful as I can here. Another reflection encroaches upon our own, but how and why now? Please be safe. Wait, didn't you come with us? Oh, I guess he was talking about other people. We'll find a way to breach the dome and we'll make sure everyone inside is safe. It's embarrassing to think how Zoralja caught me unawares, but I have no doubt that the bastard came to kill me. I reckon he would have succeeded were it anyone else. Who would have thought him taking the key would lead to all this? I know what I have to do now. Picking out the pieces. Well, and this exact moment is where we're gonna leave this for today. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, I know, sorry. Boo, boo. Well, yeah, at least I'm gonna leave you here. Haha, for today. Haha. I'm gonna continue playing. Yeah, finally things are getting heated. Oh, yes, this got so much better all of a sudden. Finally. Yeah, this kind of event was what I really expected to happen right after the Rite of Succession. Well, actually, right after we found the Golden City, right? Even before the end of the Rite of Succession. Because, as I said before, I was thinking of, you know, like Zoralja being a little quicker on the trigger finger there. And actually dispose of Guljaja before people know that Klamat and Kona would be the new Dawn Summons, right? But I guess this works as well. Even though there was this slump now between the end of the Rite of Succession and Shaloni, which really had me worried quite a lot. And actually feel like, as to, you know, like, how they're gonna pick up the pace again. Or even, no, actually I'd be worried if they are gonna pick up the pace again, right? So, very glad they did. Looking forward to the next episode, so don't forget to always GG. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.